Bam. We back. It's your boy Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. Before I get started, this podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz, the online marketing promotions for your music, your brand, or your product. Check out promopalace.biz. Also, if you like t-shirts, hoodies, you're a dog lover, you're an animal lover, cat lover, check out newlitter.com. New Litter Apparel. We got t-shirts, hoodies, sneakers, and we got dog bandanas as well for your dogs to wear. Don't forget, I got to shout out Dizzle brand. Just add ice. Do your Dizzle. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and more. That's Dizzle. Mixture of cognac, agave tequila, orange liquor, mango mix, and crisp lemon. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. All right, first I'm going to get into these scores. Then I'm going to get into a couple topics. Jaguars lost to the Bengals 21-24, even though the Jaguars played a pretty good game on a short season. Jets beat the Titans 27-24. Eagles lost to the Chiefs 42-30. Panthers lost to the Cowboys 36-28. And I said pump the brakes on the Panthers. They played some weak teams at first. Giants lost to the Saints. They beat the Saints 27-21. Didn't I say pump the brakes on the Saints? Jameis Winston has one good game, and we want to act like he's an MVP already. Browns won 14-7 over the Vikings. Bears beat the Lions 24-14. Texans got demolished by the Bills 40-0. Colts beat the Dolphins 27-17. I think it's time to start questioning Tua as a start quarterback. I know that these dudes get rushed out there, you know what I'm saying, but the way some of these guys are winning MVP their second and third years, you gotta, man. I mean, you could tell in 2 years that the cat's got it out. The Washington football team won 34-30 over the Falcons. Falcons are pathetic. Seahawks won 28-21 over the 49ers. Cardinals 37-20 over the Rams. We're going to talk about them in a minute. Packers beat the Steelers 27-17. Steelers definitely made a mistake keeping Ben Roethlisberger. They should have moved on from him. Clearly should have moved on from him. Ravens and Broncos. Ravens beat the Broncos 23-7. Everybody act like the Broncos is going to do something because they was 3-0. I mean, they still don't have a quarterback. Did y'all forget that? Patriots lost to the Buccaneers 19-7. And Chargers beat the Raiders 28-14. Right now, if I had to say the MVP of the season right now is Kyler Murray. And if I had to pick the second best for MVP, I'll probably say Tom Brady and Justin Herbert. One of those two. Those are the top 3 MVP candidates right now in my mind. Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, and Kyler Murray is clearly number 1 right now. He's balling out. And, we're about to see next game. We'll really see if the Cardinals are for real or not. It's only a few games into it. They're 4-0, but next game they're going. That's when I was like, all right, they're contending. They're for real. But yeah, that's the scores. Let's see. Anybody else? It's worth talking about. Chiefs. They're at the bottom of the division right now. Their division is looking pretty good right now with the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Those 3 teams only got 1 loss. Browns are looking good. Lions ain't no better with Jared Goff. Texans are the worst team in the league without Deshaun Watson. Carson Wentz, I mean, he got his first win as a starter for a while, but Like, let's pump the brakes on the Colts. Seahawks, 49ers. I mean, that division is going to be tough. Seahawks, 49ers, Arizona, and the Rams. Of course, Cardinals beating the Rams like they did. Let's pump the brakes on the Rams. Yeah, Matt Stafford, they look better with Matt Stafford, but Super Bowl contender, I don't know just yet. All right, let me get into a few of these topics. All right. First, I want to talk about the soldier that got locked up for criticizing Joe Biden. Oh, man, like, y'all got to really stop with these hypocritical double standards. Like, I don't remember anybody getting locked up for criticizing Donald Trump. But all you Donald Trump haters want to sit out there and, defend Joe Biden. Come on, man. We locking people up for criticizing people. We locking people up for using their First Amendment. Is that what we doing right now? We locking people up for criticizing people. So you can't even criticize people no more. I mean, because there's a lot of people in this world that need to be criticized. I'm sorry, man. If you deserve to be criticized, then criticize them, man. Like, all presidents nowadays deserve to be criticized because all of them do a lot of messed up things, a lot of bad things that just don't pan out and don't work. Like this idea that nobody should criticize Joe Biden right now and people should get locked up for it it's such horse shit. I mean, what has he done right? I mean, nobody on this planet can name, we're like 9 months into his term, and nobody on this planet can name one single thing that he's done right. Border is out of control. Afghanistan, shithole of a job. I mean, inflation, shortages, these vaccination mandates and stuff. And that's you know what, that's another thing. I'm glad I thought about that. It is so hypocritical. Like, it's something I saw in the Breakfast Club. It's so hypocritical right now that hospital workers was the number one essential worker during COVID. During lockdowns, the number one essential worker was hospital workers. But as soon as they don't want to get vaccinated, oh, screw them, they're not essential no more. Let's fire them off. Such a double standard, such a hypocrisy. Like, all you people that support these hypocrisies and defend these hypocrisies, you know what you are? You're complete scumbags. Hypocrites are scumbags. Practice what you preach, man. Try that. Practice what you preach. Like, I don't do anything that I don't. If I say I don't do it, I don't do it. If I say I do it, I do it. But hypocrites are like the worst. The hypocrites are scumbags because they're lying. Because hypocrisy is a lie. It's a lie. It's a double standard. It's like, okay, you could say my body, my choice for abortions, but you're not allowed to say it for vaccinations. Lies. It's a double standard. If you could say it for one thing, you could say it for another. That's what happens when y'all open these Pandora's boxes. Hospital workers were essential workers during COVID, the most essential, the number one essential worker. And now that some of them aren't getting vaccinated, screw them. They're not essential no more. It's such a hypocrisy. It's such a double standard. It's scumbag. It's scumbaggish. It's pathetic. It's awful human being mentality. Terrible human being mentality. You can sit there and say you do it because you care about humans. That's no, it's lies. So yeah. So to people saying, like, people getting locked up for criticizing Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden. Next topic. This is, Joe Biden. This is how good of a job Joe Biden's done. This is how good. I mean, this is what I think about the job Joe Biden's done. He's done an awful job. He should be criticized. Fuck Joe Biden. Come throw the cuffs on me. See if it works. I'm not in the army, so y'all. It might work with a soldier, which is BS. That he's getting locked up for criticizing somebody who needs to be criticized every single day right now. Okay. Another thing I seen. Well, I didn't see this, but I was thinking about this. Citizens, actual U.S. citizens, we actually have to abide by the laws of the United States. But you know who doesn't? Illegal citizens. People who are in here legally. It's such a double standard that they don't have to follow laws. They don't get punished for breaking laws. But as soon as a citizen of the United States breaks a law, lock them up and throw away the key. But if it's a non-citizen, let him just work under the table, not pay taxes, commit crimes, not get locked up, never get deported, or anything for that matter. Not even a slap on the wrist. It's such a double standard. It's such a hypocrisy that citizens actually have to follow laws. Legal citizens. Like my brother-in-law's parents who came from the Philippines, who came here legally, not somebody who came here legally. They actually have to follow the laws and rules and regulations of the United States. But somebody who's here legally, they don't even get slapped on the wrist. Nothing happens to them. Just look the other way, Look the other way, like the criminals in California that are allowed to steal less than $100 worth of, $1,000 worth of stuff, less than $1,000 worth of stuff, and just walk out of the store. Well, guess what? That ain't gonna work in my apartment. You won't make it out the door alive trying to steal less than $10 of items out of my house and think you're just gonna walk out and keep it. No, you're not. You're not gonna make it out alive. But if you go rob somebody at the house, you ask it out. But you go to a store. Oh, it's okay to rob a business. It's okay to take $999 worth of stuff out of a business and walk out because you won't get arrested. And that's what's going on with the legal citizens. Like, they don't have to follow the rules and regulations and laws because, they won't get locked up. But if one of us break the laws, lock them up and throw away the key. Yeah, you know what I think about that? Double standard. Double standard. Alright, I seen this thing on, guess it was an African TV show. And they had a question about, I guess, mandatory DNA tests that they're trying to push in the United States. Well, you know what? After seeing the guy who sat there and is facing jail time for not because he won't pay child support for a kid that's not his, and a woman can just to get welfare and food stamps, a woman can put down any man's name as the father. A woman could put down any man's name as the father, and he has to pay child support. Yes. If a woman could put down any man's name as the father, and he's not the father, just so she can get welfare benefits or whatever, then yes, we need mandatory DNA tests. Because that should be illegal. It should be illegal for a woman to just put any man's name down if he's not the father, he's not the birth father, just because she wants to reap the benefits of welfare. No, that should be illegal. And the fact that that's not illegal, yes, we need to go ahead and legalize DNA tests mandatory. Because, yes, if a man has to pay child support for a kid that's not his, no, you're not. A man's not responsible to a kid that is not from his DNA. He has no responsibility to that kid. Unless he adopted that kid and that kid has taken his last name, he has no responsibility to that kid whatsoever. and the power and responsibility on to a kid of the man that's not even a father is scumbagish. It's scumbag human being stuff, man. It's awful. You're awful, terrible human being. You've ruined this man's life just because you don't want to get a job. Just because you don't want to work and get a job and you just want to live off welfare and benefits, you ruin another man's life who's not even the father of the kid. Hell yeah, we need to have mandatory DNA tests. Because another thing is, y'all women out there act like only men cheat. Well, first of all, women have more options and quicker options to cheat than men. So let's look at that. How the hell is it women? How is it if men? There's no way in the hell that men cheat more than women when women have quicker and more options to cheat. Every man on the planet doesn't have options to cheat. Every man on the planet doesn't have options past his girlfriend or his wife. But you know what? Who does? Every woman. The ugliest woman in the world, ugliest, fattest woman in the world has options to cheat. A chick with 3 titties has options to cheat and 3 butt cheeks. I mean, any woman with a vagina between her legs has options to cheat. I mean, this is, even though I don't like Fresh and Fit, there's one thing that on there that they said that I do agree with. A man will have sex with a woman he hates if she's attractive. Women won't do that. So this idea that men cheat more than women is a horse shit of a lie. Men don't even have the options to cheat as much as women. That's a fact. Men don't have the options to cheat as much as women. The ugliest dude on the planet doesn't have options to cheat. The ugliest women in the world have options to cheat. The ugliest women in the world can get laid anytime they want. Dudes that have sex with anything. They don't care what a female looks like. As long as she's of age and has a vagina between her legs. And even some dudes don't even care if they're of age. That's why there's pedophiles and child molesters and stuff like that. So this idea that, only dudes cheat or dudes cheat more, that's horseshit. That's lies. Because women have 100 times more options. When you combine all the women and all the men together, women got probably 1,000,000 times more options to cheat than men. Hit that click now, subscribe button in the right hand corner, hit that like, hit that share, comment. So yeah, we should have mandatory DNA tests. If women can legally just throw a man's name on some welfare papers to get welfare and whatnot and say he's the father when he's not, just because she's just trying to reap some benefits. That should be illegal. And the fact that that's not illegal, and there's a man right now going to court for that in the United States, or probably other men that are paying child support for kids that are not theirs. They probably didn't come from their DNA. The woman probably lied and said that it was theirs. And she cheated and got pregnant by another man and said it was her husband's. Yes. So if that is legal, any woman could just put any man's name down just to get welfare benefits when he's not the father of the kid. Hell yeah, we need to have mandatory DNA tests. And just for the simple fact, also, women do cheat more than men. Men do not cheat more than women. That is lies. Men don't got as many options to cheat. And anybody that says men have as many options to cheat as women, that's lies. You know nothing about reality in the real world of how it works. The ugliest chick can cheat all day long. The ugliest dude has to pay for it to cheat. Yeah, it's cheating, but we're talking about just random cheating, not having to pay for. Women don't have to pay to cheat. The ugliest woman can go out there, go to a bar any night of the week, and leave with any man she wants to, damn near. All she got to do is go hit on him. And as soon as he's smart enough to know that she's hitting on him and he's horny enough, he's leaving with her. It ain't happening like that with women all the time. So this idea that men cheat more than women, lies, lies, lies. You don't think about that? Lies, 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 lies. If men, this would be our options. Men, we got one option to cheat. One option. Women, 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 multiple options. Women got multiple options to cheat. Men, one option. Women, multiple. That's why women cheat more than men, because they got more options. They can. Y'all women can go out there, y'all can tell all the lies in the world. Like, men are the biggest dogs. We cheat, 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 cheat. We don't even got the options to cheat like y'all do. Stop it with the lies, the false narratives, the make-believe fairy tales. I swear, man. There's too many lies going out in this world. Too many double standards, too many hypocrisies, too many false narratives, man. Like, women are just so faithful, this, that, and the third. No, y'all got more options. As soon as y'all get bored, y'all cheating quick like. Y'all leaving us quick like, kicking us to the curb. As soon as y'all get bored, or if the man don't make enough money, that's another thing. Men don't sit there and, we don't go into, like, you know what? Our relationship list, like, number one, must make a certain amount of money per year. We don't have that on our list. We just want a chick that we're attracted to. It doesn't drive us crazy. And that's going to, keep the house clean and cook, every so often. If you're a man like me, I don't need you to cook every single day. Every other day, that's great. Rotate doing the dishes every other day, that's great. I work from home, so I can help chip in the cleaning because I do all the cleaning myself. But if I'm a man that leaves the house and goes and works 8 long hours, 12 long hours a day, and I'm always having to eat out, I probably want to come home to a hot meal, at least one meal a day, every single day. And I probably want my house clean every single day. I probably don't want to have to come home after an 8 to 12 hour shift and, automatically start cleaning. I don't think nobody really wants to do that. Everybody wants to just whine and relax when they get home. And another thing, even when women are going out working jobs and men are going out working jobs, they're both people in the house are going, women are never doing the physical hard labor jobs that men do. They're never doing construction, women out here lifting logs and concrete and blocks and, they're not doing the hard physical manual labor. How many building houses, how many out there paving? How many women you see out there paving roads? How many women you see doing garbage? I never see. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know I've ever seen a woman ever on a garbage truck. Now I come to think about it, I don't know. See, that's the thing. They don't really want equality because they don't work garbage jobs. Y'all won't do all the jobs that men do. I've never seen a woman on a garbage truck. 42 years old, never seen a woman on a garbage truck, ever. That should tell you that they don't work as hard as men do. Physical, hard labor jobs. Not as a whole. Some of them do, but not the majority. Not until you can show me a high percentage of women doing construction, paving roads, picking up garbage, building houses. concrete jobs. You know, I don't see carpentry. I don't see a lot of women doing these. I don't see a lot of women doing hooking up cable. I've never had a woman come to my house and hook up cable. Ever. Ever. And you got to get down and crawl to these buildings. You got to crawl on poles. You got to get on top of houses. Y'all don't work as hard as us. That's fact. I don't know no woman that works as many hours as I work. I work 365 days a year, 7 days a week. Every woman I know is taking days off. Days. Days. Meaning 1, 2. 2 days off at least. Ain't no 2 days off straight for me. There's always work coming in, so there's always work to do. You know? And that's another thing. I don't see, like, you know, y'all act like men that make a lot of money make it working part-time hours. No, men are working like 12, 14, 16 hours a day. The more money you make, the more hours you work, man. Stop it. That's just how it is. I'm sorry, but you know, men work harder physical labor jobs. Like I said, when you show me women, show me a garbage truck with 3 women on it, then we could talk. Until then, there's nothing to talk about, man. The man deserves a warm meal every day when he comes home in his house to be clean when he's working the harder jobs. You know. Yep. So once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you're on TikTok, please follow me. This video is also pre-recorded for YouTube, Instagram TV, and my Facebook fan page. The audio version goes to Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Google, Deezer, Castbox, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. You can Google the Paul Pickett Podcast. See the name in the background. Don't forget, this podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. Need online marketing promotions for your music, your brand, or your product? Please go to promopalace.biz. If you're a dog lover, you're a cat lover, animal rights activist, please check out New Litter Apparel at newlitter.com. We got t-shirts, hoodies, sneakers, and we got apparel for your dogs to wear, like dog bandanas as well. And we got dog tags, New Litter Apparel dog tags. Also, for Shizzle, I got to shout out one of my favorite brands, Dizzle. Dizzle brand, just add ice. Dizzle brand, Dizzle on ice. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and more. There's a dozen recipes on there as well that you can check out for Dizzle and whatnot. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, a.k.a. Triple P, a.k.a. the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. Please hit that click now, subscribe button. Please hit that like, share, comment. Good or bad, all engagement is good engagement when it comes to social media. Anybody that tells you otherwise doesn't understand social media. All engagement is good engagement on social media. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace, and I'm out.